Okay, so let's try to find an opponent online. And looks like we found a game. Okay, so it's our first turn. We need to make our first bid on one of these 4 cards, and we can see there's a timer ticking down. We have 90 seconds per turn currently, and yeah, I will just go ahead and bid 3 on the undead, and now my opponent can decide whether they want to take the card or pass. So in this case they passed, and now I get to place the undead in one of the 3 lanes. First card usually doesn't matter where you place it. And yeah, now it's my opponent's turn. They get their income, and now they can make their own bid on one of the 4 cards. And looks like they are going for the dodgy dealer in this case. Can actually click all the cards and look at their effects while everything else is happening. So the dodgy dealer, for example, gives you an additional coin if you're the leading player in this lane. So that means if my opponent would play it here, then they would have 3 strength, I would have 1 strength, and they would be ahead and get more coins per turn. But yeah, since I can probably find other ways to deal with it, I will just pass and let them take the card. And okay, they placed it into an empty lane because they probably think that this lane is going to be open for a long time, because there was no card in there, so they can get the maximum amount of coins from their dodgy dealer. So I think I actually would like to try to go for the illusionist to move the dodgy dealer to this lane, so it loses its effect, because my opponent would not be in the lead anymore. I would pay 3 for this. And they let me take the card, so I can now do exactly this move that I planned. Select the dodgy dealer and move it to the middle lane. Now they don't get the extra coin from it, so they only get their usual 3 coins as income. Okay, so we're waiting again for our opponent. We can see the timer ticking down, and we will also see any interactions they do with the cards live. Okay, so they placed 2 coins on the Paladin card, which is a very strong card actually. That gives all other cards in the lane +1 strength. And I will actually pay for this and also place it in the middle lane. And I think we have a very solid lead now in this lane. But of course we gave our opponent some coins in the process, so now they have already 9 coins and we only have 4. So we need to play a little more economically from now on, probably. I think for the future the fairy could be a pretty good card. So I'm debating how many coins to put on here, but I think I will go for 2 for now. If my opponent pays, we catch up a little bit. If they don't pay, we get a pretty good card, so either way is fine. And they took the ferry. Okay. Also put it in the middle lane. where we are still in the lead, so still no luck for the dodgy dealer effect. But of course we'll have to try to close that lane before our opponent catches up to us. Okay, 5 coins on the Blood Priest, which forces the other player to destroy one of their cards. Which actually isn't too bad for myself, because I have this undead that can't be destroyed but will just move to another lane. So I will pass here. And of course my opponent will play this card into the middle lane because I have no cards in the other lanes currently. And now I need to destroy one of those. I will of course pick the undead. As I said, it's not really destroyable, so we can just move it to another lane and we still have the card even though we had to destroy one. We could profit off of the bully now by destroying the Blood Priest. I'll definitely try to do that, also to prevent the dodgy dealer again from triggering. I will pay 4 for this. If my opponent pays 4, that's fine, it's a very high amount. They will not pay, so I can play the bully and destroy the Blood Priest. Okay, my opponent is going for a pretty sneaky move. This beggar card gives them 2 coins if they have fewer coins than me, and they bid exactly the right amount so that this effect would trigger. I mean, I could take this and close this lane. Yeah, we'll actually do it. They get a lot of coins now, but I get the 2 coins back because I get the beggar effect, and then I also win this lane pretty easily. And yeah, their cards get removed in the process because this lane is now considered closed. This castle has been conquered and we are now just playing for the other 2 castles. So I'm ahead 1 castle and also have the undead already. They have twice as many coins as I have, but that's not too much of a problem, I think. I will try to close the coin gap a little bit and choose the thief here, which takes 1 coin from my opponent. So if they pay 3 for it, that's fine, I get the 3 coins. And if they leave it to me, then I can steal 1 coin from them. Okay, they take the thief. Place it in the left lane. And now we are not as much behind in terms of coins anymore. Six coins on the paladin. I don't think I can do this. That's just too much. That would put my opponent very far ahead if I paid for this in terms of coins, so I will pass here. And they need to catch up in terms of cards anyway. Okay. So I think the bully again is very strong because it can remove the paladin and slow down the catching up efforts of my opponent. So I will pay 5 easily, I think, for this. Okay, so they pass. I can play the bully, destroy the paladin. Actually, the bully didn't show this before, but it can destroy a weaker card in any lane, so it also works across lanes, not just in the same lane. Different cards have different areas of the game that they can target. Okay, my opponent goes for the Berserker. That's also a strong card that reduces the strength of my cards on the other side, but I don't think that's really an issue, so I would pass. Okay, so you can see that the preview updated here. This card reduces 1 strength on all my cards, so this is now 0, this is a 2, so we have a total of 2 resulting strength. But we are also ahead again now in terms of coins, so yeah, we will try to use this advantage and actually go for the Trickster here, because this one we can swap with one of our opponent's cards, so I could swap this with the Berserker and gain this very strong effect myself. I will actually pay 7 here, so my opponent can't even react. So yeah, there's no decision phase for them. I can play the Trickster, and now I have a very strong lane here. Okay, my opponent will probably do the same, pay 3, so I cannot react. They get another Berserker, trying to catch up in this lane. Lots of strength reduction going on right now. So I will try to move one of their cards. They need to pay up, because if I get the card I just win. So I can put my full money on it. Yeah, they have to pay, so now I'm very much ahead in terms of economy. Let's see what they do with this movement effect. Okay, so they dragged my Berserker over here, pretty smart move. Yeah, but as I said, we are very much ahead in terms of money right now. Three on the thief, so yeah, I think even if we take this, because we will get our income, we are still ahead in terms of coins, and can now just buy the final card without our opponent being able to react, and go into the final scoring phase, and we win the game.